cereals in nutritional value. That's how
everything on it is at a special low price. Biggie drinks, biggie fries, chili, including our new junior bacon cheeseburger. Delicious food that leaves change in your pocket.
Oh.
What do you have to know to get a seat around here?
Come try the super value menu at Wendy's.
Tuesday. Matching outfits, it says teamwork, it says unity of purpose. It says geeks. Who's the boss then?
As we can see, when someone feels shameful, they avoid eye contact, they turn their face away, they blush or press their lips together. In addition, shame goes together with a sense of confusion that leads to the disruption of previous behavior or speech.
Why am I a complete failure in everything I try to do?
When we are ashamed, we think that we won't be accepted by others. We feel inferior, incompetent, bad. There is no problem feeling ashamed if this doesn't happen frequently, and if after a while we can get over it. It's an important step in your emotional development to try to cope with your negative feelings, including shame as well. Try to realize that there are valid reasons why people feel shameful sometimes. You can't always know everything the first time. After you recognize this, you are one step closer to easily coping with your shame. Another use of shame is to guide you to acquire new skills and competence that are needed to be a valuable member of the group. If we experience shame too frequently, it can be detrimental to our well-being. It can hinder everyday functionality, and it can signal past unresolved trauma. It can also lead to anger and the devaluation of others as a consequence. We can see the facial expressions of a sad person. Corners of the mouth are pulled downward, the upper eyelids are dropped, the face is lowered. In addition, it is possible that the voice of the person becomes lower in pitch.
So, comparing the Subaru Legacy and the Camry, it's obvious. The Camry's not even in the picture.
What's wrong, honey? Are you alright?
Of course, Mum. I just left something in my room. There is no hope for me. I will never succeed in my life. Ever.
When we are sad, we feel that nothing will ever change for the better. We feel helpless and unloved. However, it becomes a problem when it leads to a downward spiral and it becomes persistent and intense. On the other hand, it is also problematic when someone wants to avoid the feeling of sadness at all costs. It's an important step in your emotional development to learn to cope with sadness. Try to understand that there are valid reasons why people might feel sadness. You need to accept feeling down sometimes, but do not let it stay that way for too long. After you can accept this, you are one step closer to easily coping with your sadness. There are benefits to sadness as well. It forces us to take some much-needed time to recover from our loss. It can also help when you have a major decision in mind. Sadness is also one of our best tools for signaling our need for help and comfort.
Your home with $1,000 worth of Hasbro toys. Just enter the Downy IO3 night before Christmas.
Those questions were never answered in class. The teacher's just trying to ruin me.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
When we are angry, we feel that we were treated unfairly. It is normal to feel anger sometimes. It can help us get what we want and protect us and our loved ones. But never let your anger take over your thoughts for too long, and never let yourself hurt people around you or yourself in anger. It's an important step in your emotional development to try to cope with your negative feelings, including anger as well. Try to realize that there are valid reasons why people might feel angry. You need to accept feeling mad sometimes, but don't let it take over your life and relationships. After you accept this, you are one step closer to coping with your anger. Anger is a useful tool to protect us and our loved ones. to ensure that we are taken seriously, and to get what we want, gain a more powerful position in a conversation. It is also a good indicator for others to understand and respect our boundaries. Anger becomes a problem when we overestimate a threat and act in anger, even when it is not justified. It causes problems when anger blinds us, causing us not to consider others' dignity and perspectives. Thus, we end up hurting others.